morning. So I am currently in Miami for the month. I actually got here Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. I left Little Rock Tuesday. So yeah, I got here Wednesday. So this is just gonna be a little Q&A. Get ready with me. Let's chat type deal. What, fat girl? What? You wanna be in the video? Say hey. Say hey, mamas. Say hey, mamas. Say hey, everyone. Say hi. Give me a kiss. Oh, kissy, kissy. Give me another kiss. Kissy, kissy. But hey, everyone. Good morning. So, like I said, this is gonna be a get ready with me. In Miami, y'all want to see my view? I think so. I posted the video yesterday. Of like the tour, the condo tour and stuff, but I'm gonna post it after the live because the whole thing did not upload. But y'all, look at my view. This is what I've been waking up to, or this is what I'll be waking up to the rest of the month. They love it here, y'all. They love it here. They're so spoiled. Where's Sugar? Sugar man. Yeah, it is feeling kind of chilly, but y'all, oh, hold on, y'all. I'm scared. I'm gonna drop my phone over the balcony. But yes, I love it here, y'all. I was just here, in June? And I was just here in June for 2 weeks. And then this time I'm here for a month. And then in February, I was here for like another 2 weeks. So y'all know I love it here. Y'all know that. I just, right now, I'm gonna be getting ready because I have, come on, y'all. I have to do a video. I have to film a video. And so that's what I'm getting ready for. Yes, well, actually, it was supposed to be a month, y'all. It was supposed to be a month, but then I ended up leaving a week late because my friend was supposed to come out here with me, and then she ended up having to work. And so I didn't want to spend my birthday here by myself. So I decided to just come the following week, which I ended up getting here on Wednesday. Hold on, y'all, because I am going to be doing my makeup. Let's see. Dang, where the comments go? Yeah, I'm gonna be while I'm here. I'm also gonna be doing a lot of press on nails because I am gonna launch my press on nails again on Black Friday, but I am gonna be doing regular videos as well. I wish my comments would stay up. Yeah, see, Tamika, right when I left Little Rock, like it had just started getting cold. So right now back home, it's literally like in the 30s, and out here like it's in the 70s. So I definitely left right in time. But yeah, I'm just gonna be doing my makeup. I do plan to go shopping today. I wanna buy some new makeup brushes and some other running shoes because I only brought one pair and they hurt my feet. Hey everyone. Good morning. Yeah, like I said, out here like it's in the 70s right now. Like it's not cold to me, but it is like a little bit windy. So once that like wind hits you, like it's like, okay, calm down now. But the pups are definitely loving it here, y'all. I do. Yesterday I didn't take them out at all because yesterday I just went to visit this girl that I met here like maybe 2 years ago. And so I went to her place and got a pedicure yesterday. And then after that, y'all, like I ended up just coming back to the room because um, like I'm not used to like anybody doing like any services to me. And so like when she did my pedicure, it made me so sleepy, y'all. So I had to come back to the room. Y'all, how do I do this? Live chat. Okay, I want the messages to stay up as I'm doing this. Yeah, I know it's gonna warm up later on, which I should be out of here. The plan is for me to film a video and then be out by like lunchtime so I can take the pups out probably to the beach. I just want to go walk around. But while I'm here, I don't plan to do much. Yes, Tamika. So I did. So, okay. So the drive here was 17 hours. And so I stopped halfway, which was Atlanta. So I spent the night in Atlanta and then I woke up that next morning and drove the rest of the 8 hours. No, I'm not going to be. I leave Miami like literally the day before Thanksgiving. Or no, I think I leave that Wednesday. No, that Tuesday. So I'll be home the day before Thanksgiving's. And so the press-on nails that I'm working on here, they're going to launch that day on Black Friday. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I got to concentrate when I do my eyebrows. Shauna, it's going pretty good. This morning I woke up. I finished uploading a video that I'm going to post after I post this video or after I finish this live. And then I need to find some breakfast. I did go grocery shopping, but I didn't really buy any breakfast food. Because I'm not a big breakfast person. But I think this morning I kind of wanted, like I kind of was craving some breakfast food. So I might or might not go find me some to eat afterwards. But how have y'all been doing? I haven't been on here like live on here, and I need to get back on it, y'all. Like I just been slacking when it comes to YouTube. Like I've been slacking bad. I know. Let me see. Good morning, Serena. Yes, I had, with me staying out here this long, y'all, like I had to bring my dogs. Like I wouldn't have survived without them out here. Like I would have been ready to go. Cause even now, y'all, like I like dread it. I mean, the drive wasn't bad, but I don't know, like I just dreaded coming out here. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do my makeup like I usually can, cause hold on. Okay, we getting somewhere. So what do you guys have planned for today? Also, I want y'all to give me video ideas, because like I said, when I'm here, I'm just gonna be focusing on, you know, press on nails and videos. So I want you guys to give me just video ideas. What are some things that you guys want to see, so I can, you know, make a list. Football Sunday. My sister's husband or my brother-in-law, that's all he do on Sundays is watch football. And so my sister's like, yeah, on the weekends, like, I'm single. She was like, I'm single because that's all he do is watch football. And she don't, like, she'll watch it, but she's not just a huge fan of it. Thank you, Molly. I do have some step-by-step press-on videos, but I know a lot of people have been asking, so I'm gonna do another one. Probably tomorrow I'll film a step-by-step press-on video for sure. Okay, somebody says sugar sweater nails. Okay. But yeah, today I think I'm gonna go buy me some new makeup. And then also I need to find me somebody, like a good lash tech here in Miami, because my lash is looking a little bald-headed now. I think tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I last got them done, so it's about time. Who is that? I can definitely add some short press on nails on the website. If not, I mean, if you want to try long, I would say it would be nice to get a long set of press on nails. You know, that way you can take them on and off. Right now in Miami, it is currently 10:06. Um, okay, somebody asked if Mia's Secret was good. So I stopped using Mia's Secret because it was taking long, like it take it longer for it to dry. And so I feel like for me as somebody that's already been doing nails for a while, like, you know, it was just like the product just was like I said, drying too slow. And so I feel like it was taking me a lot longer when I was working. And so that's why I stopped using it. And then I also feel like it was runny. And so I was having to add acetone to the monomer, and I just got tired of doing that, so that's why I switched to JC Beauty Concepts, which I absolutely love. And actually yesterday, y'all, like, of course back home, like, we only have literally one nail supply store. And so yesterday I went to a nail supply store here because I needed a top coat, and y'all, they had the JC Beauty Concept products, which I think JC Beauty Concepts is based out of Florida, but that's what I use now, and I really like it. I stopped, yeah. Okay, so this is the thing with JC Beauty Concepts. So you guys know that I had a promo code with JC Beauty Concepts. And then I think when COVID hit, that's when the promo code stopped working. So this was like what, last year in March. And so the promo code stopped working. So I contacted them and I was like, hey, you know, like the promo code isn't working. And I had a lot of people like, you know, asking about it or whatever, and they're like, oh, like the person in charge of that is not, you know, hasn't been working. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll like check back in. And then I checked back in later, and like they never said nothing. So my thing is like, okay, so I'm not getting any commission from y'all, like I'm not benefiting from this in any type of way, and I'm not gonna sit here and beg y'all for a promo code. And so after that, like, I mean, I didn't tell them that, but that's just what I was thinking to myself, you know. And so after that, I think I tried like another time and they didn't say anything, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Because like I said, I feel like, you know, if anything, I was helping them out and getting them some sales when I wasn't getting anything in return at all. So that kind of bothered me, because it's like you would think that, you know, people would appreciate somebody like that, you know, because now I feel like any other influencer, you know, or anybody else would be like, okay, no, like I need to be making some money off of this, which now I am, you know. After that, I feel like that's when I was like, okay, no, like I'm not gonna keep doing this, like y'all finna start paying me. But I haven't bought anything from them since, to be honest. I feel like my eyebrows look a mess, but oh well. On JC Beauty Concepts, I mean, not JC Beauty Concepts, Brianna, did you use my promo code for Nail Supply Glamour? Because I haven't. When I say it's been over a year since I've been on their website, like it's been a minute. Hey y'all. Hey Nelly and Mina's World. Good morning. Oops. Brianna, let me know if you used it on JC Beauty Concepts. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying JC Beauty Concepts, but if you used it on Nail Supply Glamour and it worked. Okay, okay. No, yeah, that one works. The one I'm talking about is Nail Supply Glamour. Yeah, I'm talking about JC Beauty. I mean, yeah, never mind, cause I'm getting mixed up. Yo, what concealer do y'all use? Like I've been using the Fenty Beauty concealer, but I feel like mine, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it like creases under my eyes. No, I'm not gonna be doing my nails while I'm here just because I'm gonna be filming so many videos that like I don't want to be taking my nails off. I used it on Nail Supply Glamour and it worked, but it was like before COVID, I think. Yeah, see, it was working before COVID, and then when COVID hit, that's when they took it off. And then, like I said, I asked them about it like 3 or 4 times, and they never said anything. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I had seen where JC Beauty Concepts was based out of Miami. I wonder if they know that I'm here. I have to try because I think before I started using the Fenty concealer, I was using the Revolution. No, what was it called? Something from Ulta, something Revolution. And I feel like it was doing the same thing, so I don't know if it's just something that I'm doing wrong or what. Born This Way. I think I've heard, yeah, I've heard of that. I'll have to try it out because, like I said, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like where it like creases underneath, and I hate that. Let's see. What are some other oh yeah, I'm also gonna go buy some makeup brushes because I brought mine, but I feel like it's time for some new ones. By jars. Hold on. I use Born This Way. Okay. NARS. Oh, okay, I do use the, that's what I'm using right now, the NARS foundation. So I have to check that one out. I sure need to buy me a new bottle. I think yesterday, that's what I had planned to do, to go to like Ulta or something, or Sephora. And then so I went out to get my get a pedicure done. And then y'all, after that, it's like I had a whole like mood swing, and all I wanted to do was come back to the room and just go lay in the bed. Like I don't know why. And I just think I think I was having those moments where I text my boyfriend. I was like, I just want to go lay down. Like I miss you. Let me see, girls. They get your promo code when I did buy from them last year during the beginning of COVID. Used the word, but I haven't personally have a blessed day. Thank you, giggles. Yeah, like I said, I haven't used it in a really long time, so I hadn't looked into it anymore because at that point I felt like I was begging. And like I said, I'm like, I'm helping them out. I wasn't making no money at all. I watched your last post up video yesterday. I think your body looks it. I think you just need more hips, maybe a little. Well, damn, thank you. Thank you, Jazz. It's okay. It's just kind of like, damn, like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I think today, I understand. It's okay. But I think today I want to go, yes, Mina. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know, but I got a new boyfriend. And he fine too. I meant to do I've been meaning to do like a sit down, like where I've been at, you know. Dang, I need a new powder too. But yeah, I've been meaning to, honey, calm down. I've been meaning to do, honey. Oh, it's another dog in the hallway. But I've been meaning to do like a sit down, like where I've been at. Because, you know, I went from posting 5 days a week to barely even posting now. So I wanted to do like a, you know, what's been going on, like a life update type video. But I didn't know if I wanted to do it like as a live or if I wanted to do it as a like just a regular video. Oh, congratulations, Anissa. She said, I just got hired at a salon and I wanted to thank you for the videos you made to get me into this career and taught me so much. Oh, congratulations. Not you can tell. That's what. Thank you, Serena. Yo, it's crazy how like after the breakup, people were like, oh my God, like you're glowing. Or like people now, they're like, oh my God, you're glowing. And to me, it's kind of like, damn, like, did I look that, like, did I look miserable? Like what was it? Like, did I really just look miserable? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like overthinking it. But it's just kind of like, dang, like, was it that bad? Could y'all really tell? Because I'm talking about everybody, like, oh my God, you're glowing. Oh my God, you look so happy. And it's like, well, damn. Thank you, Son. Y'all look a hot mess on here. So tell me how y'all really feel. Yes, I need some new makeup brushes. Yesterday, I feel like I didn't put enough powder on my face, and I was. Okay, so you said, no, you didn't look miserable, but you can tell when you've entered into a happy situation. I'm excited for you. Thank you. No, like, it definitely has been a major, like, let's see. It said, no, you didn't look miserable. We could see when you weren't as happy, and baby, now you glow like a glow stick. Y'all are so funny. You look so much happier. I'm so happy for you. Blessed to see you and your new man. Thank y'all. I seen y'all on IG. Y'all look so good together. Thank y'all. Y'all are so cute. But yeah, it's like, you know how I feel like us women, like, we have that, like, you know how I feel like we always have, not necessarily a list of, like, oh dang, like, not necessarily a list, but I feel like we all have, like, the ideal man. You know, it's like we kind of like, he got to be this, he got to be that, he got to do this, he got to do that. And so I feel like he's checked off like every single thing on my list. And to me, it's kind of like, dang, like, where have you been all my life? Like, why you been letting me be out here? You know, like, where you been at, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel like I still want to do a video, like specifically talking about, like, you know, where I've been at, like just like a life update, like I said. But I'm gonna give y'all the little breakdown or whatever. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying. Somebody said, I'm so glad you didn't do the couples channel with your ex. I feel like he wanted to glow off your shine, and glad you're in a new relationship. And yes, girl, he's so fine. Yes. I just left my boyfriend. He wasn't making me happy and it was hard, but I deserve better. Yes, girl, you do. And that's how, like, I feel, y'all know that, well, I don't know if y'all remember, but me and my ex, we were together for, y'all, 10 years. Like, in August, well, we broke up right before our 10-year anniversary. And so, hold on. And so, like I was saying, like, I feel like we have that ideal man that we just, like, you know, he got to do this, he got to do that. And so, like I said, like, you know, mine, he just checked off, like, every single thing on my list. But, oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. So me and this guy, like, I met, not me and this guy, but me and my boyfriend, So I already knew him because he graduated high school with my sister. And so, okay. So, yeah, so he graduated high school with my sister, and so he's 26. He'll be 27 here soon. And so we used to sit when I was in the ninth grade, he was in the 11th grade, and we used to sit on a bus together. And I always thought he was cute, y'all. But I'm like I'm a real loyal like person when it comes to relationships. And so like he was my little crush or whatever. But I never like said anything. Like I said, we used to just sit on a bus together, and then one day, this was like probably like 2 years ago. He was working for UPS and he delivered to my mom's house, and I opened the door, and when I seen him, I was like, damn, like y'all, I had not seen him since we graduated, or since he graduated. And so I was like, damn, he fine, and at this time I was with my ex. I was just thinking like, damn, he fine. And y'all, like, I remember telling the client that I had at the moment, I was like, he gonna be my man one day. Like, I just knew. I said, this gonna be my man. And when I tell my boyfriend this now, like, he don't believe me, but I'm like, yes, I promise. Like, I used to say this. And so like we kind of just left it at that, like I never said anything. I think maybe he messaged me on Facebook one time, and it was like, it was nice seeing you or whatever, and that's it. And so after that, like, I seen him around like a few other little times whenever he would come deliver or whatever, which I didn't, most of the time, like my mom opened the door, my brother or whatever. And so that was that. And then he's actually a personal trainer, and I used to want to train with him, but I was like, no, like I can't train with him because he fine as hell, and I might just fall in love, and I got a whole boyfriend and some more. And so I was like, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. And so like, but I wanted to so bad, y'all. Like I wanted to, because I was, especially after the surgery, like I was ready to start working out. And I wanted a personal trainer, and like he would have been so convenient because like I stay far out in the country, and so like everything be far away from me, but he was like close to my mom's house. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I finish doing nails, I could just go work out, at his gym or whatever. And but like I said, I kept saying like, no, like I just kept thinking like, no, like I can't, like I just can't, like Maya's gonna fall in love with this man, and I got a whole boyfriend. But I just thought he was so cute. And so then anyways, fast forward. My boyfriend, well, my ex, me and my ex broke up or whatever, and then I messed around with another person, and then I started talking to my boyfriend now. And y'all, like when I say like everything was just like going so fast, but everything just has felt so genuine. Like everything has been like so like natural. And like with my ex, like I always felt mad, I always felt like I had an attitude, like I was so like off to myself, like I didn't laugh as much, like like we were always just mad, like I always felt so much anger, like I just wasn't happy for so long. And I feel like I stayed until I knew for a fact that it was nothing there left for me. Are y'all listening? Because I see y'all over here talking about birthdays and stuff. But thank you. Yes, shout out to all the Scorpios. Thank you so much for the belated birthday wishes. But yeah, like I said, I was like felt so unhappy for the longest or whatever. And so me and him started talking, and yeah, so like everything, like I said, everything just feels so natural, so genuine. Like I just feel like, dang, like this is where I was supposed to be at this whole time. So once we like started talking or whatever, like y'all, like I think this is when I went to California, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember me going to California, but I went to California. Look, I'm finna stop doing my makeup so I can concentrate. So when I went to California, like me and him were texting, he was like, I can't wait to see you, da 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 da. And so literally that same day that I got back from California, we went out. We just went out to eat or whatever. Like we literally went and had some pizza. And so like we just like sat there and talked like for the longest, y'all. And then the next day we we're gonna go to Dave and Buster's, but my friend was at the bar, so I ended up just going to the bar with her. And I told him like, you know, you can just come with us. So we went to the bar, and then after we left the bar, we sat in the car and literally talked for like hours, y'all. Like it was literally just hours. And I remember I had to pee so bad, and I literally just told him this yesterday. I was like, dude, I had to pee so bad. Like I literally like, but I didn't want the conversation to end. So I just like was holding it in, and then whenever like I drove off, y'all, I literally, and don't judge me, but I literally had to pull over on the side of that highway and just pee because y'all like, which this was literally like at 2 in the morning, so nobody seen me, but y'all, like I just didn't want it to end. And then after that, like y'all, like we've been hanging out together like ever since. And then like he asked me to be his girlfriend, but like I said, like I feel like everything went so fast, but everything just felt so like so right. And like my he's already met my family and they love him, I met his family and they love me. And so like it's like, you know, the way I looked at it, like yes, I was in a long relationship, but you know, like I don't regret it. I don't look at it as like wasted time or anything like that. I just kind of look at it as like, you know, everything happens for a reason, and that was God's way of like making me better for the next person. And so, you know, I learned a lot from my last relationship, you know, and there was a lot of things that I knew for a fact that I wouldn't do in my next relationship. And so, you know, like I feel like with his name is DeMarco. So with DeMarco, I feel like even that, yo, like I, you know, I'm kind of just jumping all over the place now, but like even that, like I feel like I said, like I always feel so angry, like just so irritated. And like with DeMarco, like y'all, if y'all see me with a six pack, it's because I be laughing so much. Like if we don't do nothing else, y'all, we gonna laugh about something. And it's just so fun being with him. Um, like he made me just laugh all the time, and like it just like feels so right. And like even then, like I used to tell him, like, cause I'm so mushy with him, like when I say like we're up under each other like 24/7. So like this trip, like I've been about to be like, we both be about to go crazy. But like even then, like I didn't used to be like that. I was never the clingy girlfriend at all, like ever, y'all. Like that's what I used to have problems with in my last relationship, because you know he felt like I wasn't affectionate enough. And I would tell him, like I would tell my ex, like, you know, like, oh, like I just didn't grow up like that, you know, like because my parents, I feel like Hispanics, like they don't be affectionate like that. So I kind of like would blame it on that. Or that's honestly, like truly, like that's really what I thought it was, that you know, like I didn't grow up with my parents being mushy and stuff with me, so it just wasn't in me. But I feel like with DeMarco, like it's like a whole nother version of me. And I always tell him, like I didn't used to be like this, like I don't know, like and it just come out so natural, like me hugging on him and kissing on him, and like just being so like open with him, like. And so like it's amazing to me how like different people bring out different sides of you. And I feel like with DeMarco, like he bring out, like we were just talking about this last night, but it's like he bring out like all of the good sides of me, like. And it just feels so good. And like I don't know if you guys remember me, because this is another reason why I like kind of got off of YouTube too, because my anxiety was so bad, y'all. It was literally to the point where like I would go home, like after I finished doing nails, like I would literally want to just go home and sit in my back porch, listen to music and smoke weed, like. And that's all I was doing, y'all, because I felt so like, I feel like that's probably the lowest that I had been in my life. And you know, like I had to get myself together. Like I literally had to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm good now, like I'm happy by myself, like, you know, like I'm good. And I finally, you know, got to that point. And then that's when me and him, like, you know, started talking. And like, so you know, like I went from being at such a low point before, you know, I started talking to him, to finally being, you know, good and being at peace. And so like being with him, like I like, what is anxiety? Like at this point, like I don't get no anxiety. Like he make me feel so calm, so at peace, so like he gives me so much like just reassurance. Like I just feel so good being with him, because that anxiety shit, y'all, like that ain't no joke. Like I was having a hard time with that, and I feel like it was just like, like it was a lot of things kind of playing a part of my anxiety. And I feel like just being so unhappy and stuff definitely, was a big part of it as well. But I have not had any issues at all with my anxiety. And so, like, even just that, like, it's a huge thing for me. Like, when you can make me feel, like secure. Yes, he is. Yes, Nelly, I feel aligned. Like everything like is just perfect right now. Like everything just feels so right. And like I hadn't felt like that in shit in years, y'all. And so like everything right now is just, it just feels so good. It feels so right. And I'm just like super happy. And like even my family, y'all, like literally just the other day my sister texted me and she's like, we're so happy that you're happy, and we hadn't seen you like smiling and laughing like you have, these last few months. And like it's crazy how like kind of like how y'all keep saying like, girl, you glowing. And it's like, dang, like, like just to know that my well, I guess my family would be the main ones to notice it. But it's just crazy how like, they definitely like noticed that. And even like my sister told me, I'm like, dude, like this is not her. Like usually she be all mad, she have an attitude, like she don't come around as much. But I feel like that's because like my ex, a lot of the time he like had an attitude about something. Like he always was mad about something. And so it's like it just kind of rubbed off on me. And so like, oh, like I'm mad because you mad, type deal. And so it was always like that. So I didn't come around my family like I should have. And like with DeMarco now, like he gonna make sure I go see my mom. He gonna make sure I text my sister, make sure she made it home. And like I didn't even used to do stuff like that. And even that, like, I feel like I've always like, I wanted to always like get back into going to church and stuff. And I remember I used to like try to get my ex to go, and he would be like, like no, or something like that. And so like even that is a big thing for me, because DeMarco, he gonna make sure I say my grace before I eat, or he gonna make sure I pray before I get on the road, like, or he pray for me and stuff like. So even stuff like that is like a huge like plus for me, because like I said, like literally everything that I could have ever wanted, like he's checking that off like on my list that's in my brain. And I just feel so good. So I just pray that everything continues to go good, which I know it is. And if y'all want, I'll send y'all an invitation to my wedding. But that's basically what's been going on in my life. Thank you. Somebody said, let me see. Yes, and like even y'all, the whole breakup was like a whole like. I mean, hold on. Yeah, even like the situation with my ex, like we, like we had been together for so long, so I feel like, like it's like we almost just like grew up together. So like I didn't want it to end on bad terms, but it kind of did. So like we don't talk at all anymore. Like there's like zero communication. Like I don't hate him or anything, but like I mean, shit, shit happens. And so like, we just kind of left that where it's at. Hold on. Let me see. You get married? Yes, I'll be there. God is good. You get married. Because I'm trying to catch the flowers so I can get married next. So happy for you. Definitely deserve it. Keep smiling and laughing, boo. It's the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Congratulations. Thank you. Giggles said, I have to leave now and have a blessed day. I'm super happy for you both. I live in Miami, Florida. Hopefully I can meet you this time. Blessed and keep going, girl. Thank you so much. Yes, reach out to me on my Instagram and we could probably schedule something. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. Thank you. But yeah, so no, I'm not moving to Miami. I'm just here working. Consuela, yes, like yeah, when I say like being happy stuff just feels so good. Like I just feel like damn, like why like I don't know. Like I said, I kind of just looked at it as like everything happens for a reason. Everything happens on its own time, and so like like that's kind of what I try to go by. But um like I said, I also feel like God just kind of makes you better and prepares you for it just prepares you for the next person. When in situations like that, when you've been together with somebody for so long and then like things don't work out, it's just God's way of saying like no, like I was trying to teach you a lesson. Yes, that is the camera. Since I did bring my dogs with me, and I can't just take them with me everywhere I go. I got that camera so I can watch them when I'm not here. Let me see what somebody else say. I'm glad you found what sounds like the one. I honestly feel like, yeah, I feel like he's the one, y'all. I'm gonna be getting married here soon, y'all. She said it's hard to leave someone you love. Trust me, when that heavy weight leaves you, you feel so much better. Yes. So I know for me, I feel like it wasn't like the whole breakup wasn't as hard, just because like I feel like us women, like we mentally check out, or like I feel like I was already mentally checked out for one, and then I feel like I was like emotionally checked out as well. Like I don't know, like I feel like I stayed in the relationship until I knew for a fact that I was like completely checked out of it. So I feel like that's why it wasn't as hard on my side. um but I feel like it definitely was time to go, like especially now that like I'm getting older, like I just turned 25, and so it's like like I'm only getting older. Like I'm trying to get married, I'm trying to have kids, and so it's like I don't, I feel like when as a man too, or even as a woman, like what when it's that person, when you found your person. And I feel like even my ex, like right whenever like we broke up or whatever, he was kind of like, oh, like I was about to propose to you, like I was shopping for a ring. But for me, it's kind of like like my thing has always, hold on, yeah, like I've always said that like I would know when I'm ready to get married, when I can look at that person and just be like, ooh, or like, like when I can look at that person, yeah, and just be like, oh, I can't wait to marry you, like, and they do stuff to make you want to marry them, like their actions and stuff. And so like a lot of the time I didn't feel like that. If anything, I feel like with my ex, like shit, he'll piss me off so bad that they'd be like, oh, I can't fucking stand you, and so I, yeah, like manipulating. So I feel like it was almost one of those situations where if it would have been any other female that's all they care about, it would have been like, okay, I'm sorry, like please take me back. But for me, it was just kind of like, okay, and for what? Like you was gonna marry me, but you don't give me no reasons, like for me to actually want to marry you, like it was honestly like a routine. It was like the same thing over and over and over every day. And so like to me, I feel like if anything, that was the hardest part of the relationship is, going from doing the same thing over and over again to not having a schedule, not cooking every day, like not, I don't know, like just not doing the same thing every single day. And so I feel like, that's kind of what threw me off my like YouTube schedule and like off of everything because, for so long, like I was literally doing the same thing. And so like I said, I feel like that was the hardest thing for me is just getting back in the groove of like me posting, which I'm still like slowly just getting there because I used to post like 5 days a week. And so I haven't been posting like that, but I think I'm gonna get there. I just have to like for a point, like I feel like I had like no motivation, like everything was like just so different for me. But I'm back now. Um, so I yesterday when I flat ironed my hair, I did put some products in it. So now I'm just kind of going back through it with the same products that I had in. But honestly, I don't even know what they're called. I know I got them from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something. I kind of don't like this lip color. I feel like it's too dark. Yeah, for sure. Somebody said trying to get you to stay, knowing he probably wasn't going to propose. Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, he didn't even have, cause okay, so like one day I remember like, one day, well, never mind. But yeah, like I feel like, um, I don't know. He said he was, but I don't know. I feel like, it made me wonder like if he would have proposed, would I have said yes? And I feel like if I'm even questioning that, then like most likely I wouldn't have. Because at that point I just wasn't happy anymore. But for sure, everything definitely happens for a reason. Hey, y'all, stop it. Thank you, Car. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like maybe I should still do like a sit down video. Like I said, I wanted to do a Q&A, but it's kind of like I wanted to, like, like I didn't want to just spill everything. Like, like I kind of wanted to just give the information that I, just the information that I want to give out. Basically what I just told y'all. Because everything's not meant to be, you know, told. Which is nothing bad at all, but that's just kind of like just a general of what's been going on, a general answer. But it's basically, I mean, that's really it. That's nothing else happened. Now we were together for like going on 10 years. We broke up in June, and in August would have been our 10th year anniversary. But even then, y'all, even then I feel like, we were together for so long, but we were so young. Like whenever we first got together, like we literally both were 14 years old. And so I feel like what really, to me, like out of the 10 years, I feel like out of the 10 years, what really started to count for me was the last, like this past year when we got the house or whatever. And so I feel like that kind of just made it official for me. Like, like this is a big girl and boy step. Like, we're grown now. Like, this is what our life would be like, for the rest of our life, living together or whatever. And so I feel like even that was kind of like no, like, I don't think this is what I want. And I just feel like we brought out the, like, don't get me wrong, like, I wasn't perfect in any type of way. Like, I feel like for me, I've always, with him, I feel like I was the type of woman where, like, I'm so headstrong. And I feel like, like, I almost, like, I'm not going to say I downed him, but it's kind of like, I wasn't, how would I call it, submissive, I think would be the word. Like, I was just kind of, like, I made it hard for him because, like, he had hurt me in the past. And so I feel like I shut down and I had this guard up where it's like, I made it almost impossible for him to get through it. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, different people bring out different sides of you, because now it's kind of like, I needed somebody to lead me. I needed somebody like a, you know, like a protector, like somebody that, like, I don't even want to say that, but I feel like I wanted a man, like I wanted a man, and I feel like that's what I got now. And like with Braylon, well, with my ex, I'm sorry, with my ex, I feel like you know, like he still had some growing up to do. And I think it was just time, because I don't think he was happy either, y'all. To be honest, I don't think he was happy. And he said he was, but like I couldn't tell. And I told him, I was like, look, I want you to find somebody that's gonna make you happy, and I want you to find somebody that's gonna love you how you want to be loved, because I feel like I wasn't loving him the way that, you know, he wanted to be loved, just because, like I said, you know, like he just didn't bring that out in me. He just didn't bring that out in me. And like I said, I was trying to, like, not necessarily find excuses, but it was kind of like a why, like, why am I not like that with him? Like, why am I not mushy with him? Why am I not all up on him? And so, you know, I thought it was just like something that just wasn't in me. I just thought, like, I'm not the type of girl. And which really I came to find out that I am that girl. You know, I am that type of person. But I guess he just wasn't the right person for me to be like that with. Just how, like, I think after we broke up, like, he, you know, messed around with another girl from here, from Florida, and like, you know, he was posting her and like doing all this stuff for her. And so like it kind of made me feel like, dang, like, you know, was I not worth, you know, somebody doing all that for me? And so like I feel like everything that I could have asked for, I knew that he would do for somebody else. And so for me, that was kind of like, you know, just told me like, yeah, like, you know how people always come up with like excuses like, oh, we can't do that because this and that, or, you know, like, I don't have time or something. And I feel like that was one of the biggest things, one of the biggest issues. Like he always said like he couldn't do this or he couldn't do that, or he you know, it was always something. And I used to always say like people make time for what they want, or even like just traveling. And so like after we broke up, like, y'all, he did so much traveling. And so to me that was a confirmation that people make time for what they want, and I just wasn't the person that you wanted to do that with. I'm sorry. My no, that was no, my boyfriend now, like he's a personal trainer, so he has his own business. And so like you know, like he can't just leave his business, so he is gonna come visit me like in 2 weeks. But you know, like it's just he just can't leave his business for a whole month. But yeah, that's my little life update. Oh yeah, so as far as iced tea, so whenever we first broke up, I did watch like I kept iced tea for like a week, because he had came out here to come see another girl in Florida. And so I kept him because, like, you know, I truly and honestly did not care, you know. So I was like, yeah, like I'll watch him. And so I think he was supposed to come back out here to Florida to see her again or something like that, or for his birthday or something. So I told him that I would watch him. Um, and then he ended up changing his mind, or I think he ended up leaving him with his mom or something. And so after that, like I tried to see him some, like a few other times, like, you know, I was like, hey, can you drop him off at my mom's house, or can I come pick him up, or can you meet me somewhere so I can, like, you know, see him? And it was always an excuse. And so like eventually, like whenever he found out that I was dating, like he ended up, that was the last conversation actually that we had. That's when we like completely stopped talking, because like, so whenever I came to Miami for my surgery, which was last February, like I had paid for his plane ticket. And y'all, this about to piss me off, because so I had paid for his plane ticket, and my dumbass accidentally bought two plane tickets. And so I didn't notice that until like literally the day of the flight. And so I called the airline and I was like, hey, look, I booked two flights, you know, for the same day or whatever. So can I cancel one? So I ended up canceling one, and it was non-refundable, but they did give me like a gift, you know, like they put it on an e-gift card, or like they gave me the credit. But he was the only person that can use it. Like it's under his name, it's non-transferable, so only he can use it. So this is after we were already, well, really right after we broke up. Like, you know, it was kind of like, hey, don't forget that I still have that credit so you can use it. or whatever. And so he was like, yeah, like, I don't plan to travel right now, even though he did travel. But he was like, I don't plan to travel right now, but I'll buy it, whenever I do. And I was like, okay, because y'all, this ticket was $643 on the dot. So, like I want my money. And so then a while later, like we were talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about or what. Oh no, I had called because I remembered. I remember like I was about to book a flight, or I was looking into flights for me to come out here to Miami, and I was like, oh, I still got that voucher, and I tried to use it, but like I said, he can use it. And so like I remember I called the airline first because I was like, he already told me no one time, and so I was like, let me call the airline and make sure that like just one last time, see if I can transfer it. And they told me no. So I called them and I was like, hey, can you buy this Delta voucher? Was it Delta? Yeah, I think it's Delta. I was like, can you buy this voucher for me? Because, like you're the only one, like you're literally the only one that can use the ticket. So can you buy it for me? And he's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, but this is like 600 and some dollars, like we just gonna let it go to waste, And he was like, well, that's a mistake that you made, so you're just gonna have to take your L. And I was just kind of like, yeah, but I was buying the ticket for you. I was buying a ticket for you. Like, I accidentally bought two. And so, like, you've been traveling, so can you just buy it from me? And he's like, well, if I buy it from you, I'm not going to give you the full amount. And I'm like, this not no food stamps. Like, you going to give me my full money because it's $643 on this gift card, and you going to give me $643. And so he was like, no. He was like, no, like, you just going to have to take an L. He's like, I took plenty of L's, so this is just one of the L's you're going to have to take. And I'm thinking, like, how did you take an L? What L did you take? And so, so he was just basically, because, like, the house is mine. And so, like, whenever we first got the house, like, I did it to where, like, I paid for this, he paid for that. And so, like, he didn't really come out loose and nothing, because I paid him for the stuff that he did buy for the house, like the couch, the refrigerator, washer and dryer. Like, I repaid him for that. That way I wouldn't have to, like, buy. And now I regret that shit, because really you could have took that shit with you, because I could have bought me some new stuff. And so, like, I ended up keeping it, and I just gave him the money for it or whatever. And so, like, you didn't take no L. The only L that you took was shit loose of me, because I'd be mad. But anyways, and so, like, so yeah, he was like that, no, like, he wasn't gonna buy the ticket for me. And I was like, so we just gonna let the money go to waste, we just gonna let $643 just flush it down the toilet. And he was like, yeah, like, like, that's your loss, like, that's your fault, like, you're the one that did that. And I was like, well, okay, like, I'm thinking. And I told him, I was like, look, this is my, yeah, I'm talking about my ex. and so then I got off track. Oh yeah, so like he was basically saying that, like, that I was gonna take my L. And so we were supposed to be cordial. We were supposed to be cordial, and like, we were still gonna be on speaking terms, because even after the breakup, like, we never, like, I never talked to him. I know I should have, but I never, like, ever since I broke up with him, like, I knew, like, I don't want you back, like, it was like, I, like, how people be like trying to talk back again and like try to get back together, or just flirting again. No, like, I never did that. Like, I knew, like, this is not what I want anymore. And so, like, we were talking afterwards, but it was just, like, just like friends almost, like, just regular conversations or whatever. And so, but at the same time, I would tell him, like, I was like, I don't want you to think that, this is anything more than what it really is, because, like, I don't plan on us getting back together or whatever. Like, that's just not what I want. He basically was the same way. And so, about the, yeah, I'm just all over the goddamn place. And so, he ended up, yeah, so about the ticket, yeah, I'm sorry. So he basically was like, yeah, like, no, like, I'm not gonna buy it from you. And so I'm like, okay, well, we were supposed to be cordial, but, like, at this point, you're just doing this out of spite. And so, like, if this is how you're gonna be, then, like, there's no reason why we need to be talking anymore. Like, like, this is not what we about to do. Like, you're not gonna do me like this and make me lose all of this money and think that, like, we still about to be cool. Like, no. And so he was just like, all right, well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. And then he was like, oh yeah, and since, like, I meant to tell you that now that you're dating, like, like, I don't plan to let you see iced tea anymore. And I was like, well, what does that have anything to do with it? And he's just like, I don't want no other dude around iced tea, da da da. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you are so childish, because, like, it's just a dog. Like, I understand if it was a kid, but, like, it's a dog. Like, but yeah, so like, he basically told me that he wasn't gonna let me see Ice T, and I was just kind of like, well, I seen this coming anyways, because the last few times that I asked to see him, like, you didn't want to let me see him, and so I just knew that eventually you would say some shit like this. And so we kind of just left it at that. And then also the conversation ended when, so the only bill that was in his name in my house was the Wi-Fi bill, and that's because, like, the Wi-Fi bill at my mama's house is in my name, so I didn't know if I could have like two accounts with the same company in my name. And so we ended up putting it under his name. And so he's like, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna call tomorrow and cut the Wi-Fi off. Oh, no, 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 no. So, okay, so before that, he was just kind of like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let you see him no more, because you're dating now. And so that's when I was like, well, shit, I'm not dating. I said, I got a whole boyfriend now. And so I guess that pissed him off, y'all. That pissed him off, like. And then he was like, then why are you on the phone with me? I said, I'm only on the phone with you because I'm calling you about this ticket. Like, I don't care about nothing else. You act like I'm sitting here trying to get with you. Like, I'm literally calling you because I want my money, And so he was like, oh, well, if then that's the case, then I'm going to call tomorrow and cancel the Wi-Fi. And I was like, shit, that's fine. I said, you know what? I said, I'll call first thing in the morning and let them transfer the account to my name, because I had already called before, but I think we both had to be on the phone together so he could give him permission. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. I was like, you don't have to cancel it. I said, you don't have to cancel it. You can just, I'll just call first thing in the morning and transfer it. And he was like, well, what if I don't answer? And I was like, well, shit, if I call, that's what I'm calling for. Like, that's exactly what I'm calling for. And so he was like, I don't know, we'll see. So that next morning, y'all, I went to work out. I come back home. I had orders to do, and the Wi-Fi not working. I was like, what the fuck? And so I was like, well, so I texted him, and no, I called him, and it went straight to voicemail. So he had blocked me at this point, y'all. And I was like, what the hell? So I texted him, and it didn't go through, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm blocked. And so I texted him off my other number, and I was like, hey, did you Exactly. Like, I don't got no damn money. But anyways, so I texted him off my other number, and I was like, hey, did you go ahead and cancel the Wi-Fi? And he didn't text me back. So I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck this. So I called the company, and I was like, hey, like, I want to transfer it. And they're like, well, like, both of y'all have to be on the phone, so he give us permission. And I was like, well, that's not gonna happen. So what's my other option? And she was like, well, let me look into the account. And so, like, she went on there, and she was like, oh, he actually already called and canceled it. And I was like, okay, well, since he canceled, like, let me go ahead and, like, I had to do a whole new account or whatever. And so she's like, well, like, the old, like, Wi-Fi box needs to be turned back in, and he said that he was going to drop it off or whatever. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen, man. I said, well, he lied to you, because he ain't coming back over here. And the lady just sitting there laughing on the phone. But I was just like, that's not going to happen, because he's not coming back over here. And I was like, but it's okay, since I got to go pick up a new one, I'll just drop that one off. And so so that, like, I opened up a new account and got my Wi-Fi caught back on, like, that same, like, literally in 10 minutes. And then, so after that, he had called me back. So he unblocked me, and he calls me, and he's like, you called? And I was like, yeah, but it's okay now. I said, I got the Wi-Fi caught back on. I said, that's what I was calling about. And I was like, and them people said, I said, why you to them people? I said, them people said you was going to drop the Wi-Fi box off. I said, but I told him, you ain't coming back over here. And he was like, yeah, I'm not going back over there. Can you drop it off for me? I said, no. I told him, I'm just going to let them charge your ass. And so after that, he was just like, well, all right, that's fine too. And I was like, okay. And then he was just kind of like, well, what was it? Oh no, I was like, it didn't have to be like this. Like, it didn't have to end like this. We still could have been cool, because, like I said, like, we had been together for 10 years, and, like, I feel like we grew up together, like, since we were damn near kids. Like, we literally were kids. So, you know, I feel like we could have been still cordial or whatever. And so that's what I told him. I was like, it didn't have to end like this. And he's like, that's you. And I'm like, how is that me? Like, you know, like, yeah, I told you that. Look, I was the one that told him, like, you know, we don't have to talk no more if that's how you're gonna be. But I mean, do you, like, I don't think I'm wrong. Like, if you finna be sitting here doing spiteful stuff, like, why am I gonna stay with somebody that's being spiteful towards me when we supposed to be cordial, we supposed to be cool, but at this point you just being spiteful. And so that was the end of the conversation. Like, I was just kind of like, so yeah, so it was just, that was the end of the conversation. We're like, all right, well, you know, I told him I wish you the best, and we just left it at that. That was maybe like, shit, probably a month ago. Probably, yep, it was probably a month ago now, and like, I haven't talked to him at all since then. But you know, like, I'm at peace with the whole like situation. Like, I don't have no hate for him. I definitely, you know, wish him the best. You know, I hope he finds somebody that's gonna love him exactly how, you know, he wants to be loved. And then, oh yeah, and then I did text him, y'all. Let me see. I had texted him because whenever I was calling him about the Wi-Fi, and he wasn't answering. And remember, I told y'all that I told him that, oh yeah, he said that he was taking some L's or whatever. And so I had texted him. I said, don't worry about it. I said, it's back on now. I said, LOL. And now that I think about it, yes, you did take a bigger L, because if I lost me, I'll be mad as fuck too. But you have a great life. Wish you nothing but the best. And we just left it at that, y'all, because it is what it is. And so that's what happened with that. So that's what happened. I know a lot of people have been asking me in my DMs and stuff. But yeah, so I haven't heard from him since. Like, his even, and it's crazy, y'all, how like a lot of his family like still be commenting under my pictures, even like whenever I posted the new pictures of me and my boyfriend. Of, well, me and his name, like I said, his name is DeMarco. Get that, you know, in y'all's head, because y'all gonna be hearing me talk about him a lot. And so like whenever I post pictures of me and DeMarco, like people, like even his family, y'all, like I had his family like tell me like, I'm so happy for you, like you're glowing, you look so happy, you know. And it's crazy how like, it's like, damn, like even your own family knew that like I deserve better, I feel like. Or you know, like, or I feel like, actually, like I feel like they knew that I was a good person, you know, they knew that I was good to him. And so like, now that I've moved on and now that I'm happy, it's like they're actually like genuinely happy for me. So you know, like that kind of, it makes me feel good that, you know, like they don't see me any type of way. I definitely feel like he had a lot of potential when it came to, because I feel like I did try to help him out, you know, like even me wanting to do like the couples channel or whatever, like that was me trying to, like, you know, help him out, trying to find something for us to do together, and all of that stuff. And like, I feel like he never just really took advantage of it. Like, I feel like it's almost like he wanted it just handed to him, and I wasn't finna do that, because you need to work for this shit just like I worked for this shit, you know. But uh yes, he had potential but no motivation. That's definitely what it was. Like, and I feel like he could have did some really good stuff. And I feel like now that we're broken up, like I feel like he's gonna like get his shit together, and that's good. You know, like I'm glad that he, you know, like that this breakup was kind of like an eye opener for him. Like, let me get my shit together, you know. And so like, I'm glad that he is. Wait, is my hair messed up? I think it's good. For sure, Joanna. No, now, his mom's side is so small, so none of them talk to me. But on his dad's side, like a lot of them still, like, you know, like we don't talk every day or nothing, but you know, they'll comment and like my pictures and stuff. And like I said, you know, it just made me feel good, because I know that I wasn't a bad person to him, and so it's like they know that too. Thank you. Hold on, I feel like my nose is too oily. Oh, I just gotta do I forgot to do my under eyes. But yeah, so that was definitely my whole little, I just gave y'all my whole little spiel on my business. So like I said, I'm at peace with the whole situation. I wish him the absolute best. And it is what it is. It's like now that I found like, I feel like now that I found like my person, it's like I want, like, because I feel like after the breakup, like once I finally like um once I finally got to that stage where I was like, okay, like I'm not hurt no more, like, I'm good, I'm happy by myself. Like once I got to that point, it was, I think I did a live on my Instagram where I was excited. Like I felt so excited to like, see what was next for me. Like I knew that, like, I've been big on like God has this one person for me, like, and I was excited to kind of get to that point where I was happy, where somebody came into my life and just swept me off my feet. And that's exactly what happened. And I was so excited for that. And I still am. And so I feel like I want him to experience that as well. For sure. And I feel like anybody should experience that. Like, find like they're not settle and find like their true person, like where you can look at that person or like be with that person and be like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is what God wanted for me all along. And so I feel like that's where I am now. And, I just pray that everything continues to go well. Let's see. You're welcome, Cynthia. But yes, I feel like for sure, for sure. Somebody said, well, I'm proud of you, honey. I have some pictures of the nails that there was, of the nails there. I was thinking of how do I send them through? You can send them on Instagram. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Janae. Jenny, I think it is. Let's see. She said, I pray God still has my person out there somewhere because I'm 29 and I'm just ended a relationship with who I thought was my person. I mean, but like we said, everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad that, like, I think another thing that I've learned out of this relationship is just, like not settling. And if for like, if you're having to like question any little thing about that person, then it's kind of just like, yeah, like, this not, for me. And so I'm just big on like choosing you, especially like whenever I first started like experiencing anxiety. I feel like that's when I like came to the conclusion, like when I kind of was like, no, like I have to put myself first, because I feel like for so long I was putting like him first and like friends first, and I was kind of just like, neglecting myself. And so I feel like that's another thing that made me so unhappy, and I was so stressed out all the time and so irritated. And so it had to come a point where I was just like, no, like I'm putting me and my health first, because that anxiety stuff was horrible, y'all. And so like I like never want to experience that again. And I feel like even then, like I remember my mom would be like, she would tell me like, if you want to go see a psychologist or just let us know, like we'll pay for it. And I would tell her like, no, like everything that I'm telling you right now is the same thing that I would be telling somebody else. But because I used to just say like work, like I just was tired of doing nails, and like I would kind of just blame it on that. But it was like in the back of my mind, it was always that situation where my ex were, but I feel like if I talked about it, it made it real. And like it would be like okay, this is really happening, like you're about to break up with this person. And so like even when that, like when my anxiety first started kicking in, like that started kicking in March, y'all. And we didn't break up until June. And so it's like, I still held on to it for so long because I didn't want to just let it go. Like I didn't want to just give up on it. So I feel like I did everything in my power to try to make it work. And but then I got to the point where it's like, okay, no, like you're not mentally there anymore, you're not physically there anymore. And so I just had to let it go. But you definitely, like, it's just all like, you definitely got to prepare for it because it can be hard. It can be hard. Like, I think after the breakup I did have like a few anxiety attacks because like I said, it was a whole new world to me. Went from being with somebody for 10 years to not being with that person anymore. And so like it can be hard, but you really got to, like, just mentally heal and emotionally and everything. Yeah, I think honestly for me, I think another thing too that after the breakup, and even like I said, even after the breakup, I was dealing with another person before my boyfriend now. And so like I feel like even, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a video right now, but it's okay because this conversation is good. So I feel like even then, like I was messing with another person, and I even had a point after the breakup where it was kind of like, am I not good enough? Like, what is it? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what is it about me that is pushing men away? And so like it's kind of like I was blaming myself, and my best friend would be like, no, like it's not you, it's them. And I was like, no, like it can't be them, like it gotta be me. Like what am I doing? Like what's wrong with me? And so it's like me even like, like, and then me being with my boyfriend now and him like just saying like, oh my god, like you're so perfect, like you're so good to me, like you're such a good woman, like, and him like giving me that reassurance is kind of like, you know what, like fuck that, like I am a good woman, like everything that, like I remember one day I was driving and out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, like I thought to myself like, why did I ever even let somebody make me feel like I wasn't half as good as what I really am? Like, just thinking like it's people out here that don't do half of the stuff that I did for my boyfriend, or whatever. Um and so like, it kind of just made me, I was just scared, or not scared, y'all, it just made me kind of like, it kind of made me mad, just the fact that I thought that it was me, the fact that I just feel like I wasn't, for a moment I even thought that I wasn't good enough for somebody. And so like when I got out of that, I was just kind of like, fuck that, like what the hell was I thinking, like what was I thinking, like. And so I feel like they, like, yes, they made me, they made me insecure, they made me really self-conscious. And even my boyfriend now, he's like, it, like it kind of upsets him that like, like he knows how good of a woman I am. And so like to even, because I feel like even with him, like he has to kind of like, I don't know, it's like he feels like I'm still like, sometimes I feel like I'm still a little insecure. And so like, because of my past. And so he's, he has to be like, no, like what are you saying, like you're perfect, like you're good just how you are, like there's nothing wrong with you, like don't ever say that. And so like you have to kind of like really really like realize your worth, and don't let anybody make you feel like you're anything less than what you really are. Thank you. Yes, definitely the why me. The why me phase was definitely a hard phase because I remember like I would just cry and be like, God, why me? Like, why am I going through this? Like, why do I feel, especially when my anxiety, who y'all, like, especially when I had COVID and I was dealing with anxiety and I was at home by myself and I was dealing with a breakup, y'all. When I say that was the worst, like, that was probably one of the lowest points in my life. And I remember one of those nights I had a real bad anxiety attack, like y'all, like I didn't know what was wrong with me. My chest was, well, like, well, I guess I didn't know what was wrong with me. um but like I was, like I said, I was having an anxiety attack, and I just wanted somebody to be there for me. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember I made a post on my Instagram, which I would never really, like, I usually would never post something like that. But I remember I was like, y'all, it's just so crazy how, like, I try to be, no, I said something like, y'all, like, you know, like, growing up, like, I've always feel like I had to be the strong one out of my sisters, and like, you know, like something could be wrong with me and I'll still be like, no, I'm good. And I was like, but y'all, sometimes I just want to lay down and cry. No, I said, sometimes I just want to lay in somebody's lap and cry, and you can hear it in my voice. And every time I would go back and listen to that video, like, and I think I deleted it, but like every time I listened to that video, like, it just made me so sad that I was like, you know, like, that I was hurting, like, oh y'all. But like, you literally could feel, like, just hear the pain in my voice. But oh my god. But you literally could hear that pain in my voice, and every time I listen to that video, like, oh, hold on, y'all. Now I just messed up my makeup. But yeah, so like, no, the makeup's still good, but yeah, so like every time that I like would listen to, like, I would like go back, and because it was a story on my Instagram, so every time I would watch the story, like, you could just feel that pain in my voice, like, you can just hear it. And I remember that day, and it was like, I feel like I'm the type of person where I'm the type of person where, like, I don't like um I'm the type of person where, like, I'm always like, no, I'm good. You know, like, I could be really hurting, or I could be like, something could be really wrong with me, and I will always say, oh, I'm good. You know, like, I'm fine. Like, nothing's wrong with me. And I could be really, really hurting. So I feel like me posting that video that day was almost like a cry for help. And I remember, like, my sister watched that video, like, you know, like, my friends watched, and nobody said nothing, y'all. And I feel like that's really what hurt me the most. And then, like, I think one of my really close friends at the time, like, I remember I was texting her and I was like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with me, like, I'm just having like an anxiety attack. And I think that's when everything kind of just hit me, like the breakup and stuff, like everything really just hit me that day. And so I was just kind of like, I know I need to call my boyfriend. But like, yeah, so like, I feel like that's when everything just kind of hit me at once. Like, I'm really like by myself, like, you know, like, I don't know, but yeah, so like, I remember texting her and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, like, I just feel so emotional, like, my anxiety is affecting me, like, my chest feels tight, you know. And I remember her telling me, y'all, and we're not friends anymore, but I remember her telling me, like, she was like, there's nothing that I can say to you that would make, what she said, she was like, there's nothing that I can say to you that's gonna make you feel better. You need to get help. And I was just kind of like, bitch. And then I remember she ended up falling asleep, but that day, y'all, I just needed somebody to be there. Like, I feel like I said, I feel like I struggled with anxiety for so long. And yo, like, when I say that is the worst feeling in the world, like, I don't like, I'm surprised more people don't talk about anxiety, because it is so bad. Like, I don't blame that on anybody. Like, I just be feeling like this desperate feeling, my chest be tight, like, I can't concentrate on one thing, my mind just be running. And I haven't experienced it like lately, y'all, which I'm good now. But like, at that time, like, just dealing with the breakup, and like, with my ex, I feel like if I said anything, like if I pointed out like a certain situation that was bothering me, like he would get mad. And so I just wouldn't say anything about it, and now I just keep everything in so that my mind's like racing. And I feel like that's really why my anxiety got bad to begin with, was because of him, I feel like. And so yeah, so I remember that night was like bad for me. Like it was so bad, and like her telling me that, like it just like that was, I feel like that hurt me too that night. Like her telling me like like there's nothing that I can say that's gonna make you feel better. You need to get help. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck? And so I remember that night I ended up calling him because, like I feel like he, like I knew that he would answer, because this was like a little fresh after the relationship. And I remember I just called and I just cried and cried and cried and cried. And he was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, I don't know. But I feel like after I just cried, I feel like I just felt so much better. Like I just felt so relieved. Um, Let me see. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. But somebody said, I'm honestly happy that you're speaking so out this, and I'm not the only one. I've woken up out of my sleep with my heart pounding and a panic for no reason whatsoever. Yes, for sure. Because I remember y'all like, ugh, I like, even just to think about it, like y'all, it's horrible. Because yes, like I literally would wake up out of my sleep gasping for air, like literally gasping for air, and my heart just pounding for no reason, y'all, for no reason. And so I feel like, like me dealing with the breakup, or like me dealing with my ex, like it just kind of triggered my anxiety. Because like I said, I feel like I couldn't just openly like, talk about my feelings, because it's like, here we go again. Like, what you about to say now? And I feel like it was always like this. I had to hold so much stuff in that like eventually I would just like explode. And so I don't know, y'all, like, so like now, like I'm just like in such a good space, and compared to what I was then. And like, just I'm glad that I was able to just heal from it and just move on. And um I'm just glad that I was able to, just move on and just um, find myself for sure. Because I feel like, it was just after the breakup, it was just kind of like, what, so what's next? What now? It was, that question was just there, like, what now? Like, what do you do next? And so people would ask me, what, actually, no, I would ask myself, like, so like, what do I like doing? Like, what does Natalie like? Because we know what Natalie liked to do when she was in this relationship. Like, I mean, we didn't really do much. Like, we chilled a lot. Like, we would travel every now and then. But like, what does Natalie like to do? And so like, even now, like I feel like I'm still trying to like find new hobbies and just try to find new things that I enjoy doing. But I think that's really the major key, is just finding who you really are and what makes you happy. And then also just letting go of like anything toxic, anything that causes me any like slight anxiety, like anything that stresses me out. And like that friend that I said that told me, like, there's nothing that I can say to you that would make you, that could help, like you need to get help. Like I literally, me and her like just stopped being friends like maybe 2 weeks ago. Because I feel like, those people that just kind of drain you. And it's like, I feel like with her, it was just kind of like, like it was always like, let me borrow this, like, or like it was always like a gimme, 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 gimme type thing. Like, and not even just like, I don't know, y'all, but I just felt like it was time for me to let that go too. And I feel like even then, like I felt just relieved. And like even like before I stopped, like being her friend, like my dad would tell me, like, you need to watch who you're like, hanging around, and you need to be careful like with the friends that you keep around. And like I was just kind of like, I thought he was playing. And I was like, I was like, I don't even got no friends. I said, I only got such and such, like literally like 4 or 5 friends. And when I said her name, he's kind of like, who you think I'm talking about? And I was just kind of like, wait. And I never really questioned it. But it was like multiple, like even with her, I was the type where, like I like, it would be different things bothering me, but I just wouldn't say nothing. Because I'm the type, like I don't want to have to keep bringing stuff up, because it's like, what you did. And so like eventually like she knew, like I kind of just, I'm the type, I just kind of distance myself. And so she messaged me asking like what's going on, and so I told her everything. And it was kind of one of those situations where like, look, like I feel how I feel, and like I'm gonna tell you what's bothering me, but I don't want you to feel the need to justify your actions, like because whatever happened. And like you will explain to yourself, like it's not gonna change anything. And so like us talking, like she at the end of the text, because like I said, I told her everything that was bothering me. And then at the end of the conversation, let's see, at the end of the conversation, because I told her, I was like, like I told her that I feel like, like well, for one, she said that I wasn't humble and or something like that. And then it was another part where she said that, because I told her, I was like, you benefit from me more than I benefit from you. And when I said that, I meant it, because like, like I was always like, hey, can I borrow this? Hey, you got a nail buffer? Hey, you got some nail polish? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, do you want to drop it off on my house? Hey, it was always like, like one-sided, because I don't ever ask people for nothing. And so it was always like something, literally it was always something, y'all. And so I told her, that she benefit from me more than I benefit from her. And so she's like something about like she's sorry that she didn't see me as an influencer, or like what other people see me as, which I don't even act like a fucking influencer, y'all. Like I'm just me, and it is what it is. And so she said something about, she said, you don't do shit for me, not even as a friend. The only time you were a good friend to me was when your head wasn't up your ass. That's when you were a good friend, but you haven't been a good friend to me for a while, so I'm at peace with it all. I wish you nothing but the best. So after I seen that text, I didn't even text back. I was really thinking about pulling up, y'all. But I was like, you know what? My boyfriend was like, just calm down. It's okay. And so, like, at the end of the day, I kind of just left it there. Like, I literally did not text back. Like, I didn't text back at all, because I feel like I know what kind of friend I was. And see, for me, I'm the type of friend, like, we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to be up each other's ass every day. Like, I can go weeks and months without talking to my friends, and then we hang out again, and it's like nothing ever changed. Like we catch back up, and I feel like if anything, I like that better, because we gonna have so much to talk about. And so like I'm not the type of friend that I have to call you or text you every day, and she is, or and so like I didn't like that. And so I feel like at that point, like she showed her true colors. And because like I don't know, y'all, I feel like I'm humble as fuck, and like I feel like I always put other people first, and that's what I had to stop doing. And so like when she said that, like I literally cried, y'all, because that hurt. Like that really hurt my feelings. And I feel like that's another reason why I didn't message her back, because like that really like I really felt like it was like, damn, like another person, like I'm losing another person. And so like I said, I just didn't say nothing. But it's like at the end of the day, I know what kind of person and friend that I am. And so it's like I know everything that I do for people. And so like I just kind of was like, you know what, it is what it is, and we're just gonna let it go. If that's what's gonna end this friendship, then that's just gonna end this friendship. But I feel like after she said something about, you haven't been a good friend to me, or you were only a good friend when your head wasn't up your ass. When I read that, I was like, oh yeah, it ain't no going back. Like we would never be friends again, because I see how you really feel. And so that was that. And that literally was like a few, let me see, that literally was when was this, on October 24th. So it literally was just a few weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Today makes 2 weeks. Today literally makes 2 weeks since that happened. But yeah, so why do I have my man on? What the hell? Yeah, hold on, cause what the hell? Why is that on Do Not Disturb? I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Y'all, can you put one person on Do Not Disturb? Cause I'm sure, like, why am I not getting my boyfriend's text? But it's because it has the little moon next to his name. Priscilla, for sure, for sure. Can't somebody said some people can't handle the fact that someone's doing better than them. Never let anyone make you question yourself. They lost you. You didn't lose anyone. They weren't meant to be around for the level of. I'm just guessing here, but I think your person will be attracted to you. Your person made an effort to be a good friend. Yeah, for sure. So that's why, like, and that's why, like, now, like, I literally am at a point in my life where it's kind of like, if you don't want to be in my life, you don't got to be here. Or if you're going to stress me out, you can go. Because I'm like, I'm not dealing with that no more. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, I'm literally down to like 2 friends, y'all. Like, literally. And then I feel like even with like DeMarco, my boyfriend, like, I feel like even then, like, he's getting me a lot closer to my family, which I love. You know, like, I love that about him. Like, he's big on family, and he's gonna make sure that we go see my family, and he's gonna make sure that we go see his family. And so I feel like I really, really like that about him, because I feel like anybody else would just kind of, you know, like, I mean, a lot of people don't look at stuff like that, but I'm so glad that I've been able to get closer to, like, even just my sisters. I used to always say, like, you know, like, I don't see my sisters as friends. Like, they're just my sisters. And now he got me texting my sister. We be on FaceTime and some more, y'all. And so I feel like I really love that about him. Yes, for sure, Lena. The smaller the circle, the better, because and I've never even kept a big circle, y'all. Like, I'm the type, like, like I said, I don't have to have a lot of friends. For sure, Pat Pat. I don't know, y'all. Let me see. Info. I don't know how that happened. Because I'm just now seeing that. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get off of here. But right. Somebody said my circle is for more like a square. I literally have like 2, 3 close friends, and that's it. Other than that, like, it's just me and my dogs. Sugar and honey. But yeah, y'all, so I'm gonna get off of here. I feel like we had a really good conversation, but I got a whole video to film, and then I want to take the pups out to the beach or to Wynwood and to get some food, because I still have not ate anything, and it's already 11:32. So thank you all so much for joining. As always, make sure that you subscribe. I am going to be posting a video of the I posted it yesterday, but the full video did not upload, so I deleted it, and I'm going to repost it right now. So y'all be sure to go check that one out. I'm about to post it right now while we're still on here. But yes, be sure to go check that video out. It's just my little road trip, and then the tour of the actual condo, which I just am absolutely in love with it, y'all. I really, really like it here. But yes, again, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll be sure to be more consistent with posting and doing lives and just doing my tutorials and everything. But I feel like now that I came on here and just kind of got everything out, I definitely feel a lot better, because I hadn't gave y'all an update, and since it happened, it's literally going on 6 months now. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time, and thank you all so much. Make sure y'all subscribe.